Welcome back. We're in the garage. It's raining outside. We got the door shut. We got the heat on just to warm it up a little bit. It's not terribly cold out, but with the rain, it's bringing it down. It's bringing everybody down. It's 36. Feels like 31. You know. It's been a little while. I've been popping back and forth to the garage, dropping off some stuff for this build. I got an order from Prism Supply. So we got a license plate and brake light mount, battery mount, and we got some other little doodads, single wire tail light magic box, also from Prism. I got some hardware from the Home Depot American Racing Superstore. Some of that hardware is for the battery box to mount it. I think it came with some hardware, but just in case, I got some longer ones that we can trim down as needed. Dr. Pepper, baby. So, we're just taking the wiring loom here out of the zip tie. We're going to feed it through the center hole on the bracket. Small thumbs today. That looks good that way. And then it came with two little Allen bolts, which have to go from the inside of the light. I had just made my first half of my payment for my transport through Walter at Kickstart Cycles for El Diablo Run. That's to get my bike out to California, where the ride kicks off with Biltwell in Temecula. So I sent my money to Walter to pay for that transport. I still have to book my flights. I still have to get my Mexico insurance. That's the tail light and plate mount there. I'm kind of digging that idea. Somewhere around there, maybe. Something like this. If you can see that. Maybe I'll take my hand away. Maybe I'll clamp it. That's not bad. I kind of like that. Yeah. I think I like that. The lowest I put it allows me to get my bag and straps on here without disrupting the view of it. Yeah, I think I like that. That's a go. We're going to set that aside. All right, now we're going to take you down here in front of the rear tire, under the oil tank, to where we're looking to mount the battery. So this is another nice piece from Prism Supply. I fabricated a bracket similar, very rough, very crude. Didn't work for where I wanted to put it. I was trying to put the battery up in here. Didn't work. They have this piece. It's reasonably priced. It's got different holes in it for different mounting options. If you want to mount it horizontally, vertically, this piece just fits right into the tabs fit right into the slots there, and then you just throw the bolts in there. It's a very simple, well-made piece. You can't go wrong with this. This is made out of nice steel, tumbled stainless, I believe. I will probably have it powder coated, but you don't have to do that. You could just run it as it is. Comes with a piece of foam too for vibration for your battery. What I plan to do is mount it something like that. There's some holes in the frame already here. These ones will unfortunately not work for this battery box, but I can just mark and drill new ones, and that's not a big deal. But basically what we're looking at here is that nice clean setup like that for the battery. I would be lying if I said I'm not slightly stressing about the time crunch to get this thing done in time, but I think we'll make it happen. I'm just going to take some measurements and lay that out, and then all right, so I decided instead of drilling in the frame to just drill into this bracket and using the existing holes in the frame. So it's much easier than drilling the frame out in this awkward position. I drilled out these holes and I counterbored them so that these conical bolts fit down into the holes a little better, sit a little bit more flush. So that's on there. It's not snug down, but it's enough for me to throw the battery on here. So that's the battery mount. All right, we're just gonna hop to the other side of the bike here. I have new breather bolts for this, so we're just taking the old ones out. All right, we got the old breather bolts out, and we got these new black joints from Lowbrow, and I'm going to pop them in. In order to do that, you need a pair of snap ring pliers and an Allen wrench. So we're going to put in the new breather bolts. Along with that, we are putting on our carb support plate bracket. To do that, we need to take our intake back off. This is the high flow intake from Sugar Baby. Very nice piece. To do that, we have to pop this plate off and then access the 3 bolts on the inside. Which all use the same 5/32 Allen, which is nice. No flip-flopping, 5/32 and a quarter and this and that. It's just all the same size. Pop that off. Set that down. And yeah, da-da-da-da. And you start the breather bolts. Just get them started. Couple of turns so that this can kind of stay close to where it's got to go. And before you tighten those down, which those I believe are 1/4, I'm going to get them seated a little bit further just to put some pressure on this. You don't want to go all the way in with these. You want to set your air cleaner on with those bolts, otherwise you'll really be struggling to get them lined up and threaded in. That's the right way. That's why. If you don't have them lined up the right way, orientated the right way, you'll never get them. There's only one way it can go. And just tighten it down evenly, nice and snug. That's that for the air filter, air cleaner, whatever you want to call it. That's it for the carb support bracket. And then the last thing for these breather bolts is the little mesh screens that go in here. Put the screen in. Take your snap ring pliers. These ones are probably too big for this. I have another pair of snap ring pliers that has very small pins, but what I do on really small ones like this is I lose them. God bless LASIK. What I do with these is I usually just use 2 pick tools. It helps if you actually get one end edged in there and then take your pick tool and just use that one that's already in there for pressure, and you just, and a nice click, and then you just pop that edge in there. Repeat for the other side. One edge in, pick tool, thumb. If you're good with chopsticks, this is not going to be hard for you at all. And that's it. That bad boy ain't going nowhere. And I picked up a oil pressure gauge, hooked it up to the outlet where you would have your usual oil pressure sensor for your oil dummy light up in the eyebrow. I'm not running the eyebrow on this or the dummy lights. So I have this line running from in the front under the oil filter mount, behind the cam cover, up the side here, and I will whip up some sort of mount to go up on here by the carburetor, so that in view while riding I'll have an easy clean look at my oil pressure. So I'll whip something up to mount that on there. I still have to set my timing with the points. Finish up my fork stops. The mounts for the exhaust passenger pegs. I got a lot of welding left to do, but as far as fabrication and getting the lay of the land on everything, we're pretty much there. So hopefully in the next couple visits over to the garage, this thing will be a lot closer to actually pulling off of the lift and doing a shakedown. So I know it's been a slow go at this. It's been a rough couple of weeks with winter here, but I'm trying to get back into this full swing, and that's it. I'm getting hungry and thirsty, so I am going to head out of here, and I'll catch you next time. Please like and subscribe. Throw some comments in there. Tell me what you want to see next. I got another moto vlog coming out soon. I'm going to try and do those weekly, and I'll try and get more progress done on this ASAP. Clock is ticking. So I'll catch you later. Thanks.